Honestly, this year we went from having our worst batch ever of spring meat chickens, which, at that point, that was the most experience we ever had with meat chickens. So we brought years of experience to the table when we had our worst batch ever. And now, I believe we're having our best batch ever. And part of it, at least part of it, is because it's a fall batch. And there's a lot that goes into it that people may not think about from the get-go. So we'll get these guys in here and I'll explain it to you, probably with the help of Pinky.
This is the king in this one. I think she's the biggest.
In there, gently put them down. Look at them all. That's pretty big. All right, let's bring them in. And somebody go get some feed for them right away. Ozark nest egg gourd. We actually have some seeds for these available on our Etsy shop because we like growing them. Is that a lot of meat chickens?
Yeah. They look like way more than that.
Oh, what do you have, my son?
A bamboo deep.
Is it a fence lizard?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me
A
see it.
bamboo deep.
Oh, beautiful. That's a big female, I think.
Yeah.
So, where should we let it go?
The bushes.
Okay.
What is it?
He says we have to let it go in the bushes.
And the middle red.
Hey, these bushes maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, by this catnip. If you set it on the rock, that way maybe we can see it later.
No.
See,
I wanna
Papa?
run away.
We wanted to run away in the bushes to eat bugs so they don't come in our house. Oh, Chuparosa. I saw a hummingbird. Can you please let it go before it gets hurt? On this rock.
I wanna run away.
You want to let it go there? That's kind of... Whoa! Come at it, buddy. Whoa! 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 It's running in circles. Hey, did it hide under the rock? Let it be, buddy. Hey, don't, because if you drop the rock, you can squish it and kill it. Uh-oh. Let's go see baby chicks. Can you show me baby chicks?
Yeah.
Where are they? Go.
And here. I'm gonna let it go. I want.
Yeah, buddy, you let it go.
Mama.
How are we doing with them? Are they all alive?
Yeah.
So far, so good?
Everybody's alive.
Awesome.
That penny.
Oh, hey, little ones. We're going to get you feed, we're going to get you water. It's a hot day. You look like nice, tasty yeller nuggets. Ain't that right, baby girl?
She gets so excited when she sees them.
Oh, are you recording too?
I moved my guineas in there.
What in the-
It's just chicken butt, kind of.
There we go.
They're so cute.
Oh, yeah? Put your guineas over here. Nice.
I have
Happy. Oh, those elderberries are heavy laden.
Oh my.
They are drooping.
I told Mom about this earlier.
Awesome. We're going to start in on those soon. Probably project for next week.
I put one of these big boxes and then the little box in that one.
Okay.
And then I put 2 big boxes in here.
Awesome. Today is a happy day for our people. Our fall meat chickens. And we'll try to raise them up before the Feast of Tabernacles and butcher them all before we go. We'll see. Well, so let's get them the water. Let's get them the feed. You saw the feed bags?
Yes.
Okay. So, I had left for work. My children butchered all the meat chickens in my absence, got that all done. Pretty much a whole Sunday that I had planned for that. I no longer need to invest in that because they did all. These guys are hungry right now, but rather than feeding them, we're gonna move them, then feed them. And as soon as we get this done, I'm gonna explain why I think fall meat birds are the best. So, look at them all in there, huh? Do you think we can get them in? Bring those buckets and open them up.
Don't open this. There's a chicken.
Okay.
And this will
How big are they getting?
This is a smaller one, but it's pretty chubby.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys stick them together when it was wet? Don't do that. Let me see if I can help. Okay, you guys grab from the side. I'll be at this side. I'll be at the top. Grab from the side. Okay, ready? There we go. Now, let's set them over here. All right, we have our bins in position. We're going to open that up and see if we can put them in there. I think they're tall enough to keep them. All right, ready? Open all the way. A couple bigger people get up in there. Gently put them down.
This is a nice one.
That's pretty big. Okay, then little one, I want you to go open the gate over here. No, open that gate down there. And we'll carry 2 by 2. We'll get those carried out to the thing. Ready? First 2, second 2.
Mine are staying in because they have feet at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Just a little.
There they go. There they go.
Yeah. How about we just open like this? I guess
Just be cut around. Hey, open it. Little girl, open this gate. Don't worry about it.
Hi, Blaze.
Just go your way.
Open it a little more. Thank you. Good boy, Blaze.
So, cool thing here, we were actually gifted this meat chicken. It's a tractor. We just usually don't use it as a tractor. From Miss Monica, who we originally met over at Bobblehead Homestead. So, next. Yeah, then pull out the containers. And then we'll shut the door and we'll get the other ones. Who's excited to have more meat chickens to butcher later this year?
Me.
Yeah?
That's going to be for food, but they can
Look at them. They use that board to block them from jumping out every time they open it to feed. These were originally made for quail, but they work really well for other animals. I think we've kept rabbits in them too.
Yeah.
And we do have a, oh,
She's going to go out here now.
oh wow.
She has a baby chick and 3
there we go.
keats or something.
So she's got a baby chick and a pile of keats, a barred rock hen. They had her tucked away in here. Cool. I didn't know that. That's wise
Yeah,
though.
and then we have another one in here with big chicks.
Oh yeah? All right. Aw, good job, child.
You can open this door. This is the king in this pen. I think he's the biggest.
Look at them all.
Wait, is that the king? I think so.
You got the runaway? Hey, keep them in.
I'll keep these in.
Whoa, turkey. And your babies are getting huge, Mama.
We've got to have another one going there. Here, somebody's gonna.
Okay, yeah, split them up however we need to.
I'm pretty packed.
That's fine, you got room for another one or two.
We're gonna have somebody hold these. Give me a second. I'll grab that too.
Got room in there too.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready? Partner up. All right, carry them out, y'all. Honestly, this year we went from having our worst batch ever of spring meat chickens, which, at that point, that was the most experience we ever had with meat chickens. So we brought years of experience to the table when we had our worst batch ever. And now, I believe we're having our best batch ever. And part of it, at least part of it, is because it's a fall batch. And there's a lot that goes into it that people may not think about from the get-go. So we'll get these guys in here and I'll explain it to you, probably with the help of Pinky. All right, let's bring them in. And somebody go get some feed for them right away. And then soon we'll be able to let them out to forage too. Somebody go get them some feed.
Yes, sir.
Look at that. I thought there was an egg when she dropped it.
Oh, you too.
Is that an egg?
No.
What is it?
I
Nest
don't
egg
know.
gourd? Ozark nest egg gourd. We actually have some seeds for these available on our Etsy shop because we like growing them.
Yeah.
Is that a lot of meat chickens?
Yeah.
They look like way more when they're
What?
All right, let's get the feed and water set up.
He just said 1, 2, 4.
We'll get the feed and water.
Yes, sir.
And then Pinky, will you help me?
Yes. There's a water. It's that bucket water. You can go grab it up there. And the feeder too, I guess.
So why do we think it's best to do a fall batch of meat chickens? There's a number of reasons. Number one, when you first get meat chickens, if you're ordering them, they've got about that first 2 to 3 day window when they hatch to get them to you. And normally if you order them in the spring, what's the weather like outside?
Cool. And
Cool.
sometimes cold.
Now a baby chick when it hatches, as we saw earlier with that one, where do they like to live? Where do they hide under for most of the time?
Mama chickens.
Under their mama chicken, because it's nice and warm under a mama chicken. So if you get a bunch of meat chicks, you don't get the mamas with them. So you got to run heat lamps. And we run heat lamps, I think, every single time we've done meat chickens. Except for this fall batch. Because when we got them, it was, mid to end of summer. And by doing that, very warm out, that even at night, we never actually had to run the heat lamp. And they bundle up at night, they're out doing their thing during the day. It was good temperatures for them, made it much easier on us. Not only is that a cost saver with electricity, but also equipment, because often we'd break a bulb or something else would happen. It's more expensive. Now, another thing is, when a meat chicken gets full grown, and a lot of times that's 8 to 10 weeks. If you got your spring ones, what happens 8 to 10 weeks after spring?
It's hot.
It's hot. Turns
a lot
into
of
summer.
flies.
Turns into summer. It's hot, and there's a lot of flies. And if you're going to do your meat chickens, a lot of times it's hard to get them all done early enough in the day where it's still cool. So you're battling heat you're battling flies, not only does it make it less enjoyable to be outside doing that type of hard work, because a lot of people don't have the kitchen space to do, you know, a pile of meat chickens. But then also you're kind of fighting the temperature with getting your chickens cooled because you don't want any of the meat to spoil. Now these we're gonna do, hopefully be able to process them right before Sukkot, you know, one of the fall feasts, and then we're gonna process them when it's cooler out. There'll be less flies, there'll be less heat. We'll get them when it's hot, you know, mid to end of summer, nice and hot for them, works out good. But then when it comes time to butcher them, it's gonna be cooler, and that works out really well for us too. A lot of times too, what happens if you're trying to raise a big heavy bird up to its final weight so you can process it in the heat of summer? What's one of the problems people run into?
They get too hot.
They get too hot. Then what happens?
They die. We have people who run fans for them.
We know people who run fans for them. Our friend down at Shalom Acres, they actually put a mister system up, so they had mist blowing on these guys all day with water sprinkling. That worked out well for them, and they're actually the ones who started running some fall batches that taught us, you know what, fall batches just work out better. And it's true, you know, these guys can enjoy this weather right now. They're kind of, you know, young adolescents. They would be getting out from under their mom at this point, but still being able to be with them. But this is nice weather for them to be growing.
Oh, hi.
So this is a good temp for them to be living their life at right now. And then as they're really big and have to exert more energy just to try to, you know, waddle around as meat chickens do, it'll be cooler temperatures heading into processing them with some cooler temperatures as well. So it makes sense that it's more cost effective because it's less electricity to keep them warm. It's easier to process them with the temperatures like that too. But die off is huge for a lot of people. Even we just went and helped some friends butcher between 600 and 700 meat chickens, which was amazing, and there was quite a crew doing it, and it broke their previous record of like 450 meat chickens in a day. But there were a number where it's like, let's get them quick because they're dying. You know, it was just that type of hot summer meat chicken. So we like running fall batches. This is our fall batch this year. The ones we did this spring was our worst batch ever. In fact, we were getting a group of them with people ordering from us, and there was a lot of die-off right away. So we were giving everyone their full number, and we had hoped to have, I think, like 100 or something this spring.
Yeah.
We raised like maybe 30 because we absorbed all the hit from that die-off, which was fine. But this is going to work out much better for us. And even when I wasn't sure if Mama wanted to do a batch this fall, and she's like, yeah, and I said, all right, then we'll get over 100 and we'll do them. And so far, we've only lost a couple, which is probably some of our best numbers for losing them too, right?
Mm-hmm. Other than the time that we didn't have any die, like naturally, they got killed by that something.
Oh, yeah. That was a really good time. So it's live and learn, but as you're able to set yourself up for better success, like maybe grabbing them in summer to process them in the fall, maybe that's better than getting them right away in the spring and having to butcher them in the heat of summer. Would you like to be standing out with a hot knife right now scalding your chickens? I mean, I'm glistening with sweat just sitting here, but it's not butcher time yet. We'll wait till this fall to do that. So hopefully that's some good stuff for you guys to think about. Let us know if you've ever had experience with raising meat chickens, what worked best for you. Is die-off a problem for you usually? And then also with the, have you ever raised them in summer to process them in fall? Do you also not run heat lamps if you don't have to? And does it work out for you better process them when it gets cold? Let us know in the comment section down below, and we'll see you next time.
Pinky out.